karma definitely exists. I only was able to pick up this book, which I think is really cool and fits perfectly on my bookshelf, because I went back and gave that book out, and I was like, you know what? I don't want this book. I'm going to give it to someone for free who's going to use it. I know you're probably wondering what the fuck I'm on about. I'm going to tell you a story, so trust me and stick with me. So I went up to Waterstones in London, Gower Street specifically, to buy an S.A. Cosby book that I haven't got, Blacktop Wasteland, right? And I did pick up a couple other things. I picked up Iron Gold by Pierce Brown because I'm really enjoying Morningstar. But then I went downstairs and I decided, you know what? I'm going to pay. I'm not going to get much else. I'd spent about 30 quid, went to the till, paid 30 quid, and they were like, oh, by the way, anyone that spends over 25 quid gets a goodie bag. I got a little Waterstones tote bag, sick. I got a coffee voucher for their coffee shop, sick. But I also got just a random book in there, right? This book wasn't great. It was a classic. I think it was called Tacticus. I'm pretty sure, like, I wasn't going to read it. No offense to anyone that loves Tacticus. It was a bit damaged, a bit ruined. Some of the pages were folded over. I'm just assuming they were just trying to get rid of old stock. And I was like, you know what? It's fine. I'll just leave it on my classic shelf. I want to grow a classic shelf anyway. But then I was like, maybe I'll be a good boy and I'll take it to the train station and leave it at my little library. So I went to do that the next day. And on my way to work, I was a little bit late. I completely forgot about it. But on the way back, however, I put it on there, and then I was like, oh, you know, I'll just you know, have a little look. And I was looking through and I couldn't really see anything I wanted, and then there were a couple books stacked on top, and I was going to be like, you know, I can't bother to look under it. I stepped away, and then I stepped back to restack up Tacticus because it had fallen over, and I was like, that was in my house at one point, that was on my bookshelf at one point, so it's kind of my baby. I was like, you know what, I want this book to have a good life. I want people to pick it, they look at it and they're like, wow, I want to read that. I'm not that person. But I decided to go back, pick it up, because I was like, right, if this is face down, no one's going to really pick it up. And then as I was leaving, I looked through this stack of books, and you know what? Karma rewarded me. Karma gave me an awesome edition of Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. I've been looking for one of these editions for ages because these are the editions that I absolutely adore. Don't get me wrong, I love the editions that are out now in Waterstones and anywhere else, but I prefer these so much more. I prefer the small paperbacks. It feels like that kind of book. This is almost like a medieval fantasy, and it feels like old fantasy book, old classic fantasy art. Really does fit the vibe. So I'm just saying, one, if I decided to keep that book, wouldn't have got this. Two, if I decided not to stack that up, wouldn't have got this. I'm telling you right now, karma exists. There is no doubt in my mind. Like, I got free Assassin's Apprentice book that I've wanted for ages just because I gave away a book that I got for free. So let me know, do you guys use your little libraries? Do you believe in karma, that kind of stuff? I know this is a little bit out there. Welcome to story time, I guess. And make sure to like, make sure to follow. We are so close to 15K, and happy goddamn reading.